Welcome to The Soul Work, a weekly show where we explore powerful strategies to release your inhibitions. What am I talking about there? I'm talking about your negative thoughts, self-doubt, insecurities, those fears that lurk beneath the surface, and the mask that you wear to hide the real you. I work with leaders and business owners that want to lead from a space of authenticity, collaboration, and creativity rather than from their ego. What I've found is that when you lead from your ego, it brings about the need to control and to beat the competition. It is fear-based leadership. Now, I want to see a world where people are leading from their heart space. And to do that, I work with my clients to break down their old conditioning and their beliefs, their fears, and their habit of comparing themselves to other people. I've found two underlying beliefs that come up all of the time. The first is I'm not good enough, and the second is what if I'm found out? Now, once we've cleared the decks of all those old beliefs and conditioning from childhood, my clients step into a new way of leading, and that is from their heart. From an inquiring, intuitive and spiritual place that creates meaning and deep lasting connections for everyone in their organisation. Seriously, your whole organisation transforms when you lead from your heart. If you're new to The Soul Work, let me introduce myself. My name is Gina. I'm the creator of Soul Quest and The Soul Work, best-selling author, coach and speaker. I've got such an exciting show lined up for you. I'm going to give you an exclusive look behind the scenes of the new leadership model. Now, brace yourself. If you're a business owner or a leader in an organisation, you're going to want to grab yourself a pen and paper. The contents of this episode may very well blow your mind. I'm going to take you exclusively behind the scenes of the new leadership model. But before I do, everyone, and by everyone I mean your team and you're all looking for different ways to work together. Why? Because you're looking for a more soulful place to work, a place to spend 8 hours a day where there's a happy, positive and playful environment. You want your talents to be nurtured and honoured by those around you. You're looking for space to express your creativity. You're looking for passion and purpose in what you're doing. Millennials specifically are seeking work-life balance, a flat hierarchy with their manager as their mentor. They want purpose, meaning and fulfillment in their work. They want to know that the work that they're doing is making a difference on some level. And they're also looking for learning and growth opportunities. And if you don't provide this, they're going to move on pretty quickly to find someone else that does. There is a new organisational model emerging, and I'm going to introduce you to it. Before we go into the new organisational model, I'm going to dig into a little bit of history with you. Let's take a quick look back at organisational evolution. Ken Wilber uses colours to identify the different stages, and I'm going to draw on Ken Wilber's work along with the work of several other thinkers in the field to briefly describe the key differences between the stages of evolution. The first one is red. With this one, think command authority or a wolf pack. Ken talks about the constant exercise of power by the chief to keep the foot soldiers in line. Red organisations are highly reactive and they have a short-term focus. They tend to thrive in chaotic environments, so you often see this in violent groups. Examples of red are street gangs and organised crime. The second is amber, and with this one think army. You'll see highly formal roles within a hierarchical pyramid. It's a kind of top-down command and control approach, where the future is a repetition of the past. So think organisations such as the Catholic Church, the military, and most government organisations such as public schools and the police. The third is orange. So here think machine. Orange's goal is to beat the competition. It's to achieve profit and growth, often exploiting the planet's resources and ecosystems to achieve this. Management with an orange organisation is by objectives. so using accountability to reach their targets and using freedom and rewards to motivate people. Here is where we start to see budgets, KPIs, yearly evaluations and bonus systems. In an orange organisation, anyone can rise to any position based on their qualifications and their skills. You tend to see this often in multinational companies, Wall Street investment banks, and also mainstream publicly listed companies too. The fourth is green. And with green, think family. The focus here is on culture and empowerment to boost employees' motivation. The key here is cooperation over competition. And green organisations strive for equality, solidarity and tolerance. Green organisations include many non-profits, companies such as Starbucks and Southwest Airlines as well is a good example. Also values-driven businesses. They often consider social responsibility as the core of their mission. That's how you can tend to identify a green organisation. And green organisations champion the softer aspects of business, such as investing in organisational culture and values, coaching, mentoring and teamwork. Everyone's voice should be heard and respected in a green organisation. So what's the fifth? The fifth is the new organisational model. And I'm going to talk you through that right now. The next stage of consciousness is emerging, and it is super exciting. The next organisational paradigm is called Teal. With Teal, think of a living organism. Those in a Teal organisation tame the needs and impulses of their ego. They totally reject fear, anxiety and worry, and they listen to the wisdom of other deeper parts of themselves, such as their intuition. They ground their decision making in an inner measure of integrity. Teal is pretty cool, right? It views the organisation as a living entity with its own energy, with its own sense of direction and a calling to manifest something in the world. The organisation is orientated towards realising their potential. They don't force a course of action, they listen to where the organisation is naturally called to go. It's more of a sense and respond approach rather than predict and control. Why am I telling you all of this? Well, this organisational evolution to Teal brings with it a new wave of leadership. So instead of leading from your ego, Teal requires you to lead from a spiritual place of authenticity, which means bringing all of you to the table. I'm going to talk about that further in just a moment. There's also a focus within Teal on collaboration and autonomy. Now, let's be clear here. You have to have an ego to be a leader. Otherwise, you wouldn't be at the head of your business. You wouldn't be doing what you're doing. However, there is something missing in most leaders. And that is that they don't have that spiritual connection. They've switched it off. They've kind of pushed it to one side and now they mainly operate from their ego. Because we're conditioned to think that we need to shut off all emotion and all connection to ourselves on a deeper level so we can be successful and lead powerfully. But that is not the case. In amber, orange and green organisations, people typically show up wearing a mask. They show only their narrow professional selves. Teal invites people to reclaim their inner wholeness. They create an environment where people can fully express themselves. They can bring all of their energy, all of their passion and their creativity to work. People feel that they can bring their caring, inquiring, intuitive and spiritual aspects of themselves. They can truly be themselves. Wholeness is essential to a Teal organisation, as are self-management and evolutionary purpose. Self-management means structures and practices are set up with people having high autonomy in their specific domain. They're accountable for coordinating with others, and peer relationships are key. Evolutionary purpose means basing the organisation's strategies on what they sense the world is asking from them. So this is about purpose and following that calling to manifest something in the world. This new wave of spiritual-based leadership establishes deeper connections with your team as well as everyone else that you come into contact with. Using your intuition opens up whole new opportunities. Coming from your heart, feeling that passion and expressing your creativity, when you're coming from that space, magical things happen. Trust me, I'm living it. Where is your organisation in terms of evolution? Are you a red, an amber, an orange, a green, or a teal organisation? I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you think to the Teal organisation and this new wave of spiritual leadership that it brings forward. And if you want to chat through how to prepare yourself as a leader of a Teal organisation, or you want to lead from a heart space of authenticity, collaboration and autonomy, you can schedule a call with me. I'll put a link in the description of this video, and let's explore, let's play, and let's see where it takes us. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time on The Soul Work.